Peace and love I send to your listeners, and thank you for tuning in into the very first episode of Man of Steel. I will take this opportunity to give a brief overview of what Man of Steel is. So, Man of Steel is a podcast series that will focus on personal growth, art, science, and fitness. In today's conversation, we will be focusing on oneness and awareness in relation to personal growth. So, at an individual level, oneness is defined as a state or quality of being, a person, or one who maintains a state of integrity and wholeness. An interesting word that I find in defining oneness is integrity. This term entails being a person who's having a good quality of being honest and having good, proper moral values. So, you and I, we are developing men of steel, and we can define ourselves as integral people who promote oneness because we have good moral values and we are honest people. That defines us as good men of steel promoting oneness. So, the reason why I intertwined the two terms, which is oneness and awareness, is because awareness can be defined as having the right knowledge or perception of a fact. And mostly we do know that in our day-to-day lives, whenever we exercise oneness, we need to know and to be aware of the current standings and the current ways of which the things are interacting with each other. There is no way you can make a proper discernment of a given idea minus you having background knowledge. So, oneness is intertwined with awareness as a result of being a person who knows exactly what the target outcome should be when the action of promoting oneness is put into action. So, the right information in this world can be just at your fingertips of trying to make the world a better place, but without getting into the field or getting into the world and making proper analysis and observations of the truths that you hear of other people, then you're not doing the right thing. We have to be aware by interacting, being lively beings to get the actual facts. In that way, we are being aware, and whenever we find ourselves in a situation where we find division amongst occurring individuals in our area or in any place where we are occurring, we can be people who can be dependent on our own decisions that we make, not getting second-hand information of someone. We need to have first-hand information deduced from a certain activity or occurrence of an event based off our own understanding. So, in this journey of occurring in this three-dimensional world of ours, we have to really be certain about the things that we are doing and the things that we are promoting. So, in today's discussion, our promoting oneness in the world is to see that we are moving in one accord and we are existing as beings with order. So, at this point in time, I would like to bring up a quote that is mostly secular and is known by almost everyone, which is, the quote states that divided we shall fall, but united we shall stand, and gives us an idea of our standing in this three-dimensional plane of ours, because there's another saying that can be backed up by the same statement, which is, two heads are better off than one. So as we occur in this life that we're in, we need to be dependent people on one another, but we should hope that the person who we are trying to put our dependency on can accept our ideas and our values, because maybe they might have read that we are good and honest people, as we defined earlier, who have good moral values. And us, since knowing that we are promoting oneness, we have to make our good attributes, we have to rub off our good attributes on other people so that they can also become well structured and molded individuals as we are talking of oneness, I would like to meditate a little bit with everyone who has tuned in. So, if you are in a conducive place where you can close your eyes and just breathe and focus on the alterations that I shall be giving, you are ever welcome. On this section of Man of Steel, we are going to take a deep contemplation and think of our goals, aspirations, and dreams that we think of achieving on the next day, the next week, the next months to come, and the next years to come. So, as we are thinking of our goals, dreams, and aspirations, I do want us to remember and to know that we cannot achieve these goals, dreams, and aspirations minus us depending on people or having to be helped by another individual. Thank you very much for taking this time to meditate with me. We will continue with our podcast. So, having known and having heard that from our conscious as we were meditating, we saw and heard that there is no possible way we can ever accomplish or achieve a goal minus being it depending on someone else or being passing through the hands of someone. No wonder why we need to promote this oneness as much as possible, because we cannot occur without the other. We cannot exist without the other. That's why we have branches of operations in this world. We have different fields of work. We have different fields of career choices. It's because we're always dependent on the other. And if we try with our hardest muscles and our hardest being energy that we have been so provided, we can actually live in harmony. We can actually live in an environment where individuals understand the way that another is occurring, and there can be that working togetherness where we promote our living together in this three-dimensional plane of existence we are in. So we have to always remember that we have to live in harmony with everyone, mostly with people who we are occurring with, because without them we cannot achieve something that we want to achieve. It may be because we would depend on them, we will need something from them, and we have to really be in good terms with them. So that is why we need to promote oneness, based off us being aware, knowing that we really need them. No wonder why oneness and awareness, they're intertwined, because we have to deduce facts and perceptions of a topic in order for us to exist and live in this dimension of ours with this limited time that we really have. So we, as developing men of steel, we need to move sometimes out of our comfort zone in order for us to promote oneness and awareness. I do find it interesting when I hear people say they don't find themselves being in a comfortable state when they are around other individuals. It's okay. It's okay. But we need to explore, because we only get to live once, and experiences are experienced and brought to life in the state of us existing with others. It's only out of us interacting with others that we get to learn more, because each and every person's words have a story that they tell. Every person's time of interaction, you hear what the person is going through and how they define themselves. And that's how we exist and live as men of steel, as people of steel, as individuals of steel. That's us existing. I would take this time to really invite you into the second meditation in this episode. So, in this meditation, we are going to breathe in deep, exhale, and let us envision the instance and situation when we promoted oneness, where there was confusion, and just cling to that feeling that was felt by us when we did good and we knew that we have promoted oneness at this place of confusion. That feeling that we feel after we have done such good, we need to hold on to it, because that is what gives us fulfillment as we are existing in this three-dimensional plane of existence we're in. We need to know that we have to be war ready to fight for what oneness is. We know that we really need the other person in order for us to exist. We exist in a mutual relationship. I'll gain this from you, you gain this from me. Like, we are all intertwined. But I am calling for the attention to be heard that first you have to make your own deducible ideologies of the observations that you make of people who you're trying to promote oneness in. Or maybe instances and situations when you feel like you have to promote oneness, then you have to put in that muscle, the head muscle, to give you the proper understanding of a situation so that you can deduce the right information of that topic or of that situation that you have found yourself in. So, in concluding this very first podcast episode of Man of Steel, I would like to give advice that whenever we find ourselves, even in the point where, even if the place that we are occurring in, there is enmity, there's confusion and conflict, and our words don't even stand to change or help people change in the place that we're occurring in, we need to fight, because at least it's better off fighting for the generation that is to come, that is being groomed and other infants of these days, as for them to find a proper and good world to live in. They need to come and say and give testimonies that at least the people who existed before us did something. And we have to know that each and every step we take, each and every interaction we have can be a butterfly effect in one way or the other, where, for example, someone was having a very bad day and then you just greet them and say, have a good day. Wherever they'll be going, if they really take things to heart and they are developing men of steel, people of steel as we are, they'll try to carry that word and go and disseminate it to other people, and hopefully those people disseminate it to another level of people, and that is promoting goodness, oneness, and awareness. No wonder each and every opportunity and time you have to do something good to promote oneness, do it, even if it will give a negative response or a positive response. Just do the deed, because you might never know how it will spread and make the world a better place. Trying is better than not even trying. Do the best that you can with a high level of your ability in order to see the good do occur, or that should occur, in this three-dimensional plane of existence we're in. Thank you very much for tuning in into Man of Steel. I am addressed by the name of Tente Mushubwe, and thank you very much for tuning in.